Consumer Reports released an investigation that may come as a surprise to some. There was potentially dangerous bacteria on 90% of ground turkey the organization tested.
Consumer Reports taking about 250 samples of ground turkey from different stores, from different parts of the country, all around, because they wanted to get a sense of just the turkey.
The results? 90% of the samples tested had at least one of 5 potentially dangerous bacteria. NBC has more of the findings.
Bacteria resistant to antibiotics has been found in ground turkey samples in 21 states. Now, the organization also says more than half of the 257 samples tested positive for fecal bacteria.
The National Turkey Federation is speaking out about the study.
The National Turkey Federation called the study alarmist in a press release and went on to say that the 2 sources of bacteria it tested for are not considered sources of foodborne illness.
In a press release, the NTF noted the organization strongly disputes findings of the report, calling the magazine out for the small sample of ground turkey products it used in the study. The magazine reported high levels of certain pathogens on the samples tested, but it's important to note that the 2 most prevalent, Enterococcus and generic E. coli, are not considered sources of foodborne illness. The NTF also noted the study found almost no prevalence of 2 pathogens of public health concern, one of those being salmonella. The organization believes the turkey industry uses antibiotics under strict guidelines to treat and control disease, but a food safety expert who directed the study for Consumer Reports indicated a link between healthy turkeys and less antibiotics.
In this study, we noted that ground turkey produced without antibiotics or labeled as organic, that bacteria was significantly less resistant to antibiotics than the conventional brands.
This study came on the heels of another study where the Environmental Working Group analyzed data collected by the federal government. This study also documented high levels of antibiotic-resistant bacteria in store-bought meats. NPR reports the most recent numbers from the FDA show about 30 million pounds of antibiotics are purchased each year for farm animals, which is 4 times more than what doctors prescribe for people. Regardless of the conflicting reports, what can consumers do to ensure their safety? Pay extra attention to safe handling and preparation, which means buying meat just before checking out and placing it in a plastic bag to prevent liquids contaminating other products to prevent illness. Also, be sure to wash all hands and surfaces that touched raw turkey. For Newsy, I'm Megan Murphy. Multiple sources, a broader view.